The wet cobblestone streets shimmered under the street lamps, casting the night into something out of a fairy tale. All she needed was a wizard to appear in front of her, or a warrior on horseback to come thundering down the street, sword raised to vanquish his enemies. Passing a tube entrance on the corner, she thought of people going home from work, deep underground as she cycled above. It wasn't cold enough to splurge and take the tube, though if it started storming, she'd give in and join the rest of the city in the underground tunnels. It was fun riding with everyone, wondering who they were, where they were going, and what they did for a living. She made up fantastical scenarios, and before she knew it, had arrived at her destination. When the economy picked up a bit, she'd take the tube twice a month. Happy at the thought, she hit the brakes and skidded a foot before stopping against a street lamp. A low-slung black sports car with a bumper sticker proclaiming, "Shoot me again, you best pray I'm dead," roared by so close the ends of her scarf blew around her. As it passed, the light hit the window of the car, affording her a glimpse of a strong jaw and short dark hair. The sticker made her grin. What kind of car was it? Talk about a perfect combination of beauty and power. Bet a machine like that set the guy back a chunk of change. Cars were terribly expensive, out of her meager budget, but on the other hand, you didn't have to worry about parking or petrol. The bike was the best find ever. Walking home from a previous job, she spied the bike poking out from a trash heap in front of a grand building. The front tire was missing, the seat cushion cracked, but she was certain it could be fixed. Excited at the thought of her own transport, she dragged it the 3 kilometers to her flat. One of the neighbors, Dave, was a mechanic. He took the bike, and the next day brought it upstairs. With a new seat, front tire, and basket, it almost looked new. Dave showed her how to maintain it, and she was free to explore wherever her legs might take her. That was 6 months ago. Since then, she'd cycled all over Edinburgh and the countryside. At first she was sore, muscles she never knew she had, protesting each and every step. Gerard laughed at her, climbing the ladder at work, told her she looked like an old woman. After a few weeks, her body grew used to the bike, and now she was grateful to whoever had thrown away what had become her prized possession. On autopilot, daydreaming of tropical beaches and the warmth of the sun, Anna turned down a pitted roadway, climbed off to squeeze through a rusty gate, chained the bike to a fence, and walked towards the factory. Closed for years, it sat on the outskirts of the Leith docks. Close enough to smell the water, yet far enough away she couldn't hear any of the noise. The factory bore the faded stenciling Grimshaw Button Company on the side of the building. It must have been quite a sight back in the day. There were still various buttons and bits lying around inside and scattered across the faded brick floor, as if everyone left one day and never returned. Now the once proud building provided shelter to the homeless and street kids. On one of her exploring trips a few months ago, she'd found the place, ventured inside, and was surprised to find a thriving community. In the time since, the numbers of people were fewer and fewer. People went out and didn't return. Anna hoped they'd found a better place to live. Less than 20 souls remained in the building, mainly concentrated in the cavernous room at the rear of the first floor. One of the men told her the room was warmer than the others. The space contained cast-off pieces of furniture, salvaged from trash bins, creating a makeshift living and sleeping area. Someone had found various bits of fabric and hung the pieces from the exposed pipes above, creating makeshift bedrooms. The wildly differing colors and prints lent the room a festive air.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.